Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abon. Welcome back to Local to Global with Wolfsburg on FM22. Bayern, the opponents today, the champions and leaders of the Bundesliga at the moment. We're 10 points behind them. We're in third place right now. And we're also going to find out today, who we're going to be facing in the Champions League knockout stages. I've done the draw and we'll find out who we're going to be facing in a little bit as well. But a tough game today against the champions and the leaders. We're at home. Maybe we can win. We'll have to wait and see. And as always, if you're enjoying the series, drop a like, leave comments and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, and turn notifications on. Last time we were really poor against Hoffenheim. We lost 1-0, not really creating anything big at all, and it was just a really weak performance. Our front three had no impact whatsoever. We lost 1-0 to Hoffenheim. 5 games played off camera either side of the winter break, so let's see what happened in those. Semedo with a throw in to Schurig, right by the corner flag. It's a good cross on Fofana with a strong header and a goal inside 10 minutes for Wolfsburg in this last group game. Mamasa to Puek. And that was a really poor pass, giving the ball away to Fofana. Azarkan with a great ball to Boros and a really nice finish by Boros, really tidy. 2-0, 34 minutes gone. Here's Schurig. Semedo. That's a great ball for Azarkan. Roostin hits it on for Fofana, and there's Boros again here, and it's 2 goals in as many minutes for Martin Boros, and it's 3-0. Club Brugge sinking without a trace. They've got a 1 point in this group, but they are rock bottom. Urena with the throw to João Neves. It's with Moassa now, and it's Ordero to Borkovic. Oh, and there's a complete mix-up in the back, and Martin Roostin's put it in for a 48th minute. Bitshabi making the run forward. Here's Gilmour to Fofana. Making the run and going to try and find the ball maybe for Azarkan, and he does. It's 1-0 Wolfsburg against Gladbach, 37th minute, and it's Ayub Azarkan that gets it. Nagalo with the throw, plays it short and back to Bitshabu. Here's Gilmour. That's a great ball, and Azarkan's wide open here, and he slots it home for a second. It's 2 inside 10 minutes for Azarkan late in the first half with the brace. 2-0 against Gladbach. Conceição with the free kick for Leipzig. It's a fantastic save by Maignan, but he can't do anything about the rebound. It's Sturgeon who makes it 1-0 for Leipzig. Stunning save by Maignan, but he couldn't do anything about the follow-up. Hassan. Christiansen to David. Christian with the ball back again here. Finds Velga on the run. And Vega with a shot and the goal for Leipzig, doubling that lead in the 75th minute. And Wolfsburg looking like they're going to draw a blank here against Leipzig. Gilmour with the free kick. And it's Fofana with a header over the goalkeeper who's off his line. And Wolfsburg take a 1-0 lead against Hertha Berlin, 14 minutes gone. Cipriani with a long ball forward from the goal kick. And it's really well headed by Calvo. And here's Gazetta. And Hertha looking to try and find an equaliser here not long after Wolfsburg's goal. It's McLean, and it's in. What a goal by McLean. It's 1-1, 16 minutes gone. That's a real stunner from 30 yards, that is. Fofana, long ball looking for Mauricio Diaz. But it's intercepted, but it's Boros. And the ball back with Wolfsburg now. Diaz. Martin Boros. Azarkan to Neves. And Diaz through, and Diaz slots it in for a goal again. It's 2-1, 23rd minute, and they're back in front. Boros brought down by Van Haren, who's going to get 2 bookings here. He's already off. Hertha down to 10. Well, we're not even half an hour through this game, and Hertha are down to 10 men, and this could be a long night for them. Urena to Neves. A cross right by the byline, and it's in by Azarkan. No player could get to it. Azarkan's there at the far post for the third. Half an hour gone, it's 3-1. Here's Gilmour. Looking for that cross, and is that a foul? That was a very soft challenge. And I think he was inside the box, but I think the referee's going to give a penalty here. Penalty has been given. It was a bit of a soft one. But it's Billy Gilmour from the spot here to maybe make it 4-1. 54 minutes gone, he's done so. It is Hertha 1, Wolfsburg 4. Urena to Fofana. Here's Neves. Gilmour. Azarkan. Could have a go from range maybe, but it's Boros instead. He's got support in Semedo and uses him. And Fofana with a header as well, saved by Cipriani, but Fofana follows up with the 5th goal of Wolfsburg's game. 58 minutes gone. It's 5-1. We did play 5 games off camera, but one of them was a friendly, so only 4 competitive games off camera. Bayern are our opponents in today's video, and looking at the table, as I said, we're 10 points behind them. In third place, it's very, very tight in those European places. Bayern have got a decent lead ahead of us. They're only 3 clear of Leipzig, though, so those guys are a bit further ahead. We're on 34 alongside Werder Bremen. Dortmund are 1 point further back, and Fortuna Düsseldorf are 2 points behind us. Frankfurt 5 points behind us outside those European places. So there's a cluster of teams there in the 30s, and we need to try and draw away from them if we can. We dropped some silly points with a couple of goalless draws before the end of the year, and we lost to Leipzig as well, which, you know, it's a tough game, but yeah, we need to be picking up points like that, really. Just confirmation of how the Champions League group ended. We came second, losing 2 games, both of which were against Liverpool, but picking up 4 wins and getting 12 points. So we got second place. Liverpool won the group, getting 6 wins out of 6. Sporting in the Europa League with their 4 points. Club Brugge just 1 point, finished bottom of the group. So the potential opponents for the round of 16 were Chelsea, PSV, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Ajax, Everton. I don't think Leipzig are eligible because they're also German. So we could have drawn Everton, we could have drawn Ajax, we could have drawn PSV Eindhoven. Do you want to know who we got in the round of 16? It was the last draw out of the hat, and we're against Real Madrid. So yeah, I think our Champions League run is going to come to an end at the round of 16. We're against Real Madrid, who have won all but 2 La Liga seasons in the save, managed by Allegri. They've got a great side. Vinicius Jr. playing for them, Vlahovic, Pedro Neto's in there, Ramsdale's in goal. They've got Livramento fullback, Felicien Denis, of course. You might remember him from our Mechelen days. We've been tracking this guy for a while. He's made a move to Real Madrid after leaving Charleroi. So yeah, he's now playing against us. Also Rafinha in this side as well, and Zoltan Kinkses, another former Ferencvaros player that we used to manage. We had him on loan for a couple of seasons from Inter Milan. And the season after his second one, he moved to Real Madrid for 20 million. So a couple of familiar faces in this Real Madrid side. And next episode, I think, will be at least the first leg of that Real Madrid tie. We'll do that. We'll do that next episode. Of course, it is now January, so the transfer window has opened up again. There's been a little bit of action, but nothing major. Jan Schurig was a player that really didn't play too often for us, so we've moved him on to Club America in Mexico. Strange place for him to go. And we made a bit of a loss on him. I got him mixed up with another player that we'd signed. I got him mixed up with Alcalde, the freebie we got from PSG. So we ended up making a loss on him, which wasn't really very good. But we have made one signing so far in the January transfer window, and it's this guy, Nikola Radivojevic. He's a Serbian winger. He's 18. He's come from Rudniki. And at 18 years old, it does give him the ability to, in 3 years' time, become homegrown for Wolfsburg. So this transfer window, I don't know if we need first-team players, but if we can get players like this, like 18-year-old players that could become homegrown in the future, that's kind of what we need. He's good. He's a really good carrier of the ball. His passing's good. He's very athletic. He's really quick. So it's a good signing, I think. He has made his first appearance. It was against Hertha because we were in a really strong position. So he has played his first game for us, and we'll see how much he develops. He looks good. He's got plenty of potential, so we'll see what he can do. We did also go in for this guy, Hida Ketting, who is a player that played for Standard Liège, 18 years old. Plenty of clubs offering money for him. He had a 17 million release clause, which we triggered, but he chose Manchester United over us, which, I think most players probably would, wouldn't they? I think that's going to be the difficulty with all these 18-year-olds, is trying to beat the big teams to these signings and get in there first. So that's going to be the difficulty, I think. I've got plenty of young players in my shortlist. I think we just need to beat the other teams to them, once we find out exactly how good they can be or how good they are. I think that's going to be the difficulty, is beating those big teams to those signings. Anyway, into today's game. We're at home against Bayern. I don't know how this is going to go. Just a couple of issues on the side. Billy Gilmore is out with a muscle injury. He's going to be out for a week, maybe 2. Nagalo is currently playing with the Ivory Coast at the African Cup of Nations, so he's not eligible. So changes are made. Neves is going to play as the DM, and Azarkan's going to play centre mid attack. Harvey Elliott's going to play as the Metzala. Semedo has been in good form at left back, so he's going to keep his place. And I think that will be everything that we do. Let's just get Alcalde on the bench just so we have that 9th player. And I think that will be the team for today. I'm going to start on cautious. It's been working quite well. The counter-attacking has been good. I'm going to go early crosses. We've got direct style. We've got high tempo. I'm not going to turn on regroup, but I'm not going to turn on counter-press either. We're just going to leave that to whatever. See how the game goes. Kimmich in that back line. Alphonso Davies, Goretzka. Matis Felipe has been a bit of a nuisance in previous games as well. They're the champions. They're the league leaders. It's going to be difficult, but, you know, we have beaten Bayern before in this save. In fact, I think last season, I think we knocked them out of the cup on penalties, and I think we took some points from them in the Bundesliga as well. So we know, like, we can do well against these guys. We just need to, you know, put in a good performance, and hopefully we will be okay. Thing is, Bayern is going to have a lot of possession today, and, you know, if they do stuff with it, we could very easily end up getting trounced. But we'll see. 26th minute of the match, we have our first highlight. The ball is with Blitzed. Here's Fode Fofana. Back to Urena. Blitzed with the ball. Neves. Azarkan to Diaz. This is good. Boros has made a run here. Chance. Big chance. Oh, he's put it in. Martin Boros with a goal. 26 minutes gone. Wolfsburg 1. Bayern 0. It's been a slow burner for the first half. 26 minutes. It's our first highlight, and it's a goal for us. I like how that started. Bayern have had a shot on target. We've had, I think that was our third shot on target that we get the goal with. But just some patient passing, just making the run forward. And Boros rounds the keeper and fires it in. Great goal. I'm not going to praise just yet, though. I'm going to go calm down, though, in the shouts. I find that works really well as a calm down shout after a goal, or if you're in front. Seems to work really well. I want to do a video on shouts, I think, for FM23, like sort of as the game comes out. I think it's something that I'm sort of tend to be quite good at. The only one that I don't really know about is focus. That's the one that I really struggle to get correct. But we've got the ball again here, and we're keeping it well. 33 minutes gone. Here's Fode Fofana. It's a good ball for Azarkan. Fofana with the ball back again here. That's nice football, and Azarkan almost made it 2 then. It wasn't a bad effort at all. It's not quite hitting the target, but good first half by us. Not a lot of possession, but we've done more with our possession than Bayern have done with theirs, definitely. Okay, half-time, we have our 1-0 lead from that goal. I think that was one of the only highlights. No complacency. I'm going to go for that one. Okay, I think we're in a good place. Let's go into the second half. Again, calm down. 51 minutes. Bayern with the ball from the goal kick. Manuel back to Kirch. Kirch, probably, not Kirk, is it? Zagadou wins the header, though. Here's Harvey Elliott to Neves. Good ball for Boros. Can he find Diaz? He's been brought down by Kimmich, who's already on a yellow. Bayern are going to be down to 10 here. And we might actually have a chance of getting away with all 3 points. Joshua Kimmich, second booking, he's off. Bayern are down to 10. And Boros with the resulting free kick here. Blitzed with their header. Oh, and it's spilled! And Diaz has scored! It's 2-0. Is it going to count, though? I think it is. Kurtz completely spilled the save from the free kick. I think Blitzed went for it, and Diaz got it in the end. It's been given. It's 2-0. Let's see what happened here then. Martin Boros with the free kick. Blitzed with their header. Saved by Kurtz, but terrible clearance, and Diaz is there for the rebound. 2-0. Now we can praise that we have that 2-goal lead. Bayern have had a really poor performance here. And there might be a chance for more. Maignan with the goal kick. It's not greatly distributed, though. It's Ruta to Barudi and now Solomon. And Bayern going to have a bit of smoke up their asses now. Goretzka's through, but Maignan will get to that first. Okay, we're in a really good place here. Half an hour to go-ish. 2-0 lead. Just stay on them. And the chance here, Boros. Is it 3? Oh, he's gone wide. But the cross, it's Fofana. It's really well blocked by Alphonso Davies, though. Right, I'm going to make a change in midfield because, you know, we have lost that game today, the midfield game. What do we do? Neves is going to come off. I'm going to put... Oh, this is tough. I would put Urena as defensive midfielder, but we don't have another right back. What is Julian Gill's right foot like? It's a reasonable right foot. What's Semedo's right foot like? His is weak. Right, what we'll do then. Urena's going to play defensive midfield. Gill's going to play right back. That's going to be the change. Half an hour to go. Let's hold on to this, guys. Come on. It's going to be a tough fourth quarter of the game, but we're in a really good place. Again, going to go for a calm down shout. That hasn't really worked. Elliott probably needs to come off soon. But we're in a... Like, Bayern have had a really, really poor game today. They're not even getting shots away. We're doing so well. 80 minutes gone. Right. Change. Elliott off. Ulrich on. Azarkan's going to move to the left of that midfield twosome. 10 minutes to go to hold on to this, and it'd be a big win against the leaders Bayern. Here's Martin Boros to Semedo. Azarkan with the cross. Fofana with the header. It's 3. Ferde Fofana with his 4th of the season, and 81st minute of the game. Wolfsburg 3, Bayern 0. What a huge result this is, and what a performance as well. Just some brilliant like counter-attacking football, and then we get up their end and we score. It hasn't even been like, I wouldn't even say it's been counter-attacking. I think we've just played better football than Bayern in this game. It's been a fantastic performance. Bayern have offered very, very little. Going to make our last change. Fede Fofana's going to come off. Oh, I was about to bring him off and then he gets injured. Just reacted a little bit too late. That's unfortunate. Hopefully that's not a bad injury to Fofana. But Palistri's on. We're into stoppage time, and this is a huge win against Bayern. They went down to 10 men, but we've just beaten them 3-0. What a performance against the champions and the leaders. That was fantastic. Very much needed. Last game against Hoffenheim, last episode, we were miserable. But that was massive. Only 38% possession, but we did so much with it, and Bayern just could not get through us. That was brilliant. And that gives Leipzig a chance to go level on points with Bayern. And we've closed that gap to 7 points. And we're past halfway in the Bundesliga. That's a gap that can be closed if they continue to slip up. Like, we've got a chance here of maybe mounting a title challenge if things go our way. We're going to need a lot of luck, and we're going to need Bayern to drop a lot of points. But they're not dropping a lot of points. They lost against Leipzig. They lost against Leverkusen. I think that was only their 3rd league defeat so far this season. So, you wonder how many more games they're going to lose. But really, really great result by us there. And yeah, we're doing really well. 2 wins from 2 after the winter break. Good going. Up next, Mainz, who I think are in the relegation zone. So hopefully we get something there. Then it's Stuttgart, who is 16th. Then it's Köln, who are 18th. So we actually face the bottom 3 in our next 2 Bundesliga games. And we also host Hoffenheim in the Cup. And then it's Frankfurt, who are 7th. So we've got 3 good fixtures there in the Bundesliga, which we can hopefully get maximum points from. The next episode, we'll be back focusing on the Champions League. We've got the first knockout round, first leg. We are against Real Madrid. Going to be another tough game, but if we play like we did against Bayern, we might be able to surprise them and get through. We will wait and see. And then I think after that, we'll have the second leg, probably at a double alongside maybe the Freiburg game. We'll do something like that, I think. And then we'll see when the rest of the knockout stages are, as presuming we get through. If we somehow beat Real Madrid and knock them out, then of course that would be huge. We'll see how things go after that. But yeah, great results today against Bayern. Really, really good performance with 3 points in the bag against the leaders and the champions. That was brilliant. But yeah, next time we're going to focus on Real Madrid and the Champions League knockout stages. But for now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. And yes, Champions League football, the focus again next time. We came second in our group. Apart from the Liverpool games, we did well. We got the results against Sporting, so we're through to the knockouts. Now we've got Real Madrid. Can we upset the odds once again? We've just beaten Bayern. Can we beat the best team in Spain? We'll find out next time. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.